This is Into the Storm, where winning starts within. The mental performance podcast for athletes, coaches, competitors, and leaders. No hype, no noise, just the mindset that keeps you grounded when it matters most. Let's step into the beam. Every athlete makes mistakes. Every single one. The difference isn't whether mistakes happen. The difference is what happens next. I want you to think about the last time you made a mistake in competition or performance. Maybe you struck out looking. Maybe you dropped a fly ball. Maybe you missed a penalty kick. Maybe you turned the ball over at the worst possible time. The mistake lasted maybe 3 seconds, but how long did you carry it? 3 innings? The rest of the game? The entire weekend? Maybe longer. That's where performance starts to break down. Because the mistake isn't usually what beats us. The story we tell ourselves afterward is what beats us. One missed shot becomes, I'm terrible under pressure. One strikeout becomes, I always fail in big moments. One bad game, we're thinking, I'm just not good enough. You notice what happened? A single event became your identity. And once that happens, your brain starts looking for evidence to prove the story is true. You stop competing freely. You play cautiously. You hesitate. You second guess yourself. Not because of the original mistake, but because of the meaning you attach to it. Well, here's something that I tell every athlete I coach at some point. A mistake answers one question. What happened? It should never answer another. Who am I? Those are two completely different conversations. Elite performers understand that. Watch great athletes after they make a mistake. Do they like it? Absolutely not. But they don't negotiate with it. They acknowledge it, they learn from it, and then they move on. Because they understand something the rest of us oftentimes forget. You can't play the next pitch while mentally replaying the last one. One of the simplest tools I teach athletes takes less than 10 seconds. First, take one slow breath. Second, state the fact. I missed the ground ball. Own it. Not, I'm awful. Just the fact. Third, ask one question. What's my next job? Or what's next? That's it. No drama, no self-judgment, no replaying the moment over and over again. Just the next job, the next pitch, the next possession, the next opportunity to perform. Parents, this matters for you too. When your athlete gets in the car after a tough game, resist the urge to analyze every mistake. Instead, ask, what did you learn today? See, learning creates growth. Reliving things creates frustration. Coaches, the words you use after mistakes become the words athletes eventually say to themselves. Correct the behavior, protect the person, challenge the decision, don't label the athlete. Because one careless comment from a coach can become an internal voice an athlete carries for years. Research in sports psychology will consistently show that athletes who recover quickly after mistakes perform a whole lot better than athletes who dwell on errors. The ability to reset attention after adversity is one of the strongest predictors of resilient performance. Elite performers aren't mistake-free, they're recovery experts. So here's today's coach's clipboard drill. The next time you make a mistake, pause, take one breath, finish these 2 sentences. The fact is, then my next job is blank. Keep it factual, keep it simple, then compete again. So here's today's direction. Don't let one mistake become a story, and don't let a story become your identity. You are not your last at bat. You are not your last performance. You are not your last decision. You're defined by your response, so choose the next play. If today's episode gave you direction, share it with a teammate, a coach, a parent, or someone who needs to let go of yesterday's mistake. And if you'd like practical mental performance coaching delivered every week, join the free Lighthouse letter at coachronmpm.com. Until next time, stand a little taller, breathe a little slower, trust your lighthouse, and remember, winning starts within. This is Coach Ron. No matter how rough the waters get, the beam is still on, and now you know how to find it. I'll meet you back here next time into the storm where winning starts within.
If you like the show, be sure to leave us a rating, review, and comment.